Hello and welcome. As someone who works with AI in the hotel space, I get to see firsthand just how much our industry is changing. I'm so glad you're here for this explainer. It's all designed to help you in your professional journey. Today, we are going to dive deep into something absolutely critical for luxury hospitality: how to truly master the relationship with your elite guests. This quote really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. It's about a major shift in thinking. We're moving away from a mindset of just collecting points, right? And moving towards one of collecting relationships. This is a huge strategic decision. It's about building these deep, meaningful connections with a very select group of guests, the ones who are truly vital to the long-term health of your brand.
Okay, so to make this super clear, we've broken it down into 5 key parts. We're going to start with the big picture philosophy. Then we'll get into how you actually identify and personalize for these guests. After that, we'll cover execution, which is key, and finally, we'll tie it all back to long-term business value. So, let's jump right in with that philosophy.
All right, so first up, let's talk about the fundamental shift in mindset that's needed here. It's so important to understand that an elite guest program, it's not just a fancier version of a regular loyalty program. Not at all. It operates on a completely different principle, one that's all about emotional connection, not just simple transactions.
So take a look at this. What I love here is how clearly it shows the difference between the two models. On one side, you've got your mass loyalty programs. They're all about high volume, right? The rewards are transactional, it's all points, 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 and the goal, just get people to stay more often. But on the other side, you have the elite programs. Here, the focus is on high value. The reward is emotional. It's about recognition, making someone feel seen. The goal isn't just frequent stays, it's about building deep, real relationships. It's a total switch from standardized to highly personalized.
Okay, so once you've got that philosophy down, the next step is absolutely crucial. If you're going to focus on this very select group, you've got to be darn sure you know who actually belongs in it. And this isn't about guesswork or gut feelings. It's a really precise analytical process.
So, your VIP evaluation matrix has to go way beyond just counting how many times someone stays. Think about it. A guest who stays with you twice a year in the presidential suite and hosts a huge corporate event, well, they're infinitely more valuable than someone who books a standard room 10 times. We have to analyze everything: their spending patterns, how they engage with the brand, their influence. Ultimately, a true VIP is defined by their total strategic value, not just the number of nights they've logged.
But here's the thing. Data alone is never enough. And this is so important for all of you as future leaders. One of the most vital skills you will ever develop is emotional intelligence. The data might tell you a guest is a VIP, but only your keen observation, your human understanding will tell you if they'd prefer a quiet, discreet welcome back or a more visible, public greeting. This is really where the art of hospitality meets the science.
And that brings us right to the heart of it all, doesn't it? The experience itself. We're moving past the predictable stuff, the standard bottle of champagne, and we're focusing on creating moments that are genuinely memorable, things that are rare, meaningful, and incredibly personal.
So, let's think about a really common scenario. Imagine you have a high-profile guest, and privacy is their #1 priority. A big, grand, public welcome? That could be the absolute worst thing you could do. So the question is, how do you make them feel recognized and valued, but at the same time totally respect their need for discretion? This is a challenge you are going to face constantly.
And this right here, this is your playbook for mastering that challenge. It all starts with observation, reading the cues, the body language. Then you use that info to anticipate their needs, maybe quietly reserving their favorite table without them even having to ask. You act with total discretion, making everything feel seamless. And by doing all that, you reinforce the single most valuable thing you have with that guest: their trust.
You see, the ultimate goal is to create this feeling of being in an exclusive inner circle. The benefits aren't things that just anyone can buy. They're experiences that are earned. We're talking about things like priority access to a restaurant that's booked for months, a private invitation to a gallery viewing, or maybe a one-on-one chat with the executive chef. These are the moments that build that powerful emotional loyalty. Okay, let's be real. A brilliant strategy means absolutely nothing if it isn't delivered flawlessly every single time. In luxury, one slip-up, one tiny failure in execution can undo years of careful relationship building. So, this next part is all about the nuts and bolts, the operational mechanics that make sure your promises are always kept.
And you have to remember, flawless execution is a total team effort.
It demands really strong communication systems, so the front desk, the restaurant, and housekeeping are all on the same page about a guest's preferences. It requires meticulous notes in your CRM. But most importantly, it requires training your staff not just on what to do, but on why they're doing it, why these relationships are so strategically important. Now, speaking from my own background in AI, I can tell you that technology is a phenomenal tool. It's an amazing enabler. A good CRM system can remember a guest's preference for a specific type of water or that they like a corner room, but technology can't deliver a sincere, warm welcome. It can't read a guest's mood after a long, stressful flight. Technology supports the operation, for sure, but it is always the attentive, emotionally intelligent person who delivers that truly human, luxurious experience.
All right, in our final section, we're going to bring it all home. We're going to connect all these pieces, the philosophy, the personalization, the execution, directly to the hotel's bottom line. Because at the end of the day, these programs aren't just nice to have. They are incredibly powerful drivers of sustainable revenue and brand prestige.
Just take a look at this chart. It visualizes the direct financial impact so clearly. Your elite guests, they aren't just loyal, they are significantly more profitable. They're the ones booking the premium suites, dining in your best restaurants, using the spa services. As you can see, their total spend per stay can be 3, 4, maybe even 10 times higher than a standard guest. That directly fuels a much healthier bottom line.
And this diagram really shows the long-term benefit. When you have a strong base of these elite, loyal guests, you create this incredibly stable and predictable foundation of revenue. What does that mean for the business? It means you're more resilient. You're less sensitive to the ups and downs of the market or getting into price wars. They really are your financial bedrock.
And beyond the direct revenue, you should never, ever underestimate the marketing power of a happy VIP. I mean, when these influential people share their amazing experiences with their networks, their friends, family, business colleagues, they become your most powerful and trusted brand ambassadors. That kind of organic word-of-mouth advocacy is so much more powerful than any advertising campaign you could ever run, because it's built on real trust.
So, I'll leave you with this one final thought to carry with you. As technology like AI becomes even more woven into everything we do, your great challenge, as the next generation of leaders, will be to harness all of its power without ever losing that essential human element. Because the future of luxury, it's going to be defined by those who can strike that perfect balance between data-driven insights and genuine, heartfelt hospitality. Thank you so much for your attention today.